to ask me at all. This is for the first class ticket to go to any island of your choice, all expense paid, no parents. You could choose, 3 friends to go with you, but they all have to be, the same sex. Okay? Okay, 假如没有问题 Victor.
Yes, hi. So I'm going to do my presentation now. Can you guys see that?
I can see it.
Yes, thank you. So for my presentation, I'm going to be presenting generally the history of Christmas, or generally also just introducing Christmas, if you don't know, which I'm very much not guessing not a lot of people do know what Christmas is. So firstly, I'm just going to ask this straightforward. Do you guys know what Christmas is? Say in chat or just unmute yourself. Yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
Do you want the Chinese translation for it too?
Sure, that'd be great.
No one?
No one has.
Don't be shy. Go.
Come on. Anyone?
How about Kimi? Kimi, 你可以吗
Hi.
Kimi, please.
Hi.
Do you have
Yes. Go ahead.
Chinese translation of Christmas, or do you guys have a different way of saying Christmas? Or are you saying Christmas in your language?
你可以说 Christmas 的中文吗
圣诞节。
圣诞节。
Yeah. Can you say Christmas? Can you say Christmas right now?
Christmas.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
Okay. Next slide. So firstly, I'm going to give a brief history about Christmas. So the end of the agricultural season and the start of the winter solstice has, generally long has been a time of celebration around the world. From the Norse is Yule, Germans honoring Odin, and Romans Saturnalia. But then in the 14th century, Pope Julius I, he wanted to adopt and absorb traditions of the pagan festival for the Christmas celebrations, because in Christianity, they didn't really celebrate it too much. Instead, the only holiday they did have was Easter. So he thought that about absorbing it, so it then would increase likelihood of people to celebrate and embrace Christianity around the world over the pagan traditions of the Saturnalia celebration. And then by the Middle Ages, they were able to succeed in that endeavor, and Christmas was generally celebrated around the world. But then in the 17th century, a person named Oliver Cromwell and Puritans, they wanted to cancel Christmas over generally religious reform and prosecution in England. That also caused the Pilgrims, who then came to North America in the 1620s, to not bring Christmas over with them, and also outlawing it in Boston from 1659 to 1681. And even after the American Revolution, people did not want to they didn't want to celebrate Christmas because they didn't want to embrace anything British, and that caused Christmas celebrations decline a lot in America. And it made it so Christmas wasn't a federal holiday for about 200 years until June 26, 1870, when it was made into a federal holiday. And Americans, after it was made to a federal holiday, Americans then went on to embrace and update Christmas traditions from what it was in the past. With traditions brought on by other immigrants, such as Dutch families who brought in the notable character of Saint Nicholas, and also many other traditions, such as decorating Christmas trees and other holidays that have molded the holiday traditions into what we know and love today. Does anyone have any questions about what I had said, or was that really much just a bore to you? Anyone have any questions?
I have a question, Victor. If nobody
Yes.
else, why are we talking about Christmas? It's January. You don't have to answer that question.
I know.
I'll shut up now.
No, that's because I had this as a presentation, the whole thing. But yeah, I was just introducing this and giving a more context, because not a lot of people know how this holiday came up. Giving context is helpful in this cultural exchange.
Assuming that they will still remember this presentation,
Yes,
then maybe
yes.
they'll be able to understand Christmas a little bit better.
Yes.
So should we ask student Kingston or Jennifer, do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes. Is anyone celebrating Christmas? Yeah.
还有 students
Yeah.
就是celebrate Christmas really, but
Oh.
in school we have the gift. We will change our gift.
Oh, that's
Mm.
Oh,
good.
so like you
So
give each other gifts? Just kind of like receive gifts, give gifts? Is that what you mean?
Yes, we will receive and give others one gift.
Oh, okay, so
And
like a
we
gift exchange.
yes.
Interesting. Does anyone else have any other questions?
did anybody get a gift during on Christmas Day? What gift you
Oh.
get? Anybody? Chen Jingting. Chen Jingting, did you get anything for Christmas?
I get some chocolate and maybe pillows.
Ah, very good. So everybody must talk, okay? So please, we'll call you and everybody. So Victor, continue, please. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay. No problem. It's good to have input and conversation. Secondly, I'm going to introduce some activities of Christmas, usual stereotypical activities. Firstly, do you guys know any Christmas activities? Say in chat or unmute yourself.
Anybody? Or we will call you if you don't answer. How about Cindy? Do you know anything, any activity you do on Christmas? During Christmas, Cindy?
Can I say any countries activities?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I say Japan's Christmas activity. They will eat KFC.
Yes.
Wow.
Very
Ah, nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing they do. They associate Christmas with Colonel Sanders, which is a very interesting thing, cultural thing they do, and they have like large type of meal for it, where they get like a bucket of chicken, sides, and also Christmas cake, which is quite a very interesting thing that they do. You know, I would like to try it out. Maybe sometime if I ever could go to Japan in Christmas, which is very interesting. Uh, Doren, are you here? Doren, are you here?
Here.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Do you know any Christmas activities?
Uh, that I remember a country where eat dinner together.
Yes,
Mm.
very popular thing.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
decorating Christmas trees. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So, firstly, there's building gingerbread houses, which consist of sticking together cookie pieces with frosting and decorating them with candies. And as you can see, there's like a lot of amazing examples by architects and engineers online who use their amazing skills to build elaborate and um, beautiful houses and creations. And also it's sometimes quite a hard activity to do with how the frostings and cookies and decorations not always sticking together, as you can see by this failure. Has anyone ever built a gingerbread house?
I think I did, but that was like in like a long time ago, like preschool.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And was it like a very was it hard and like
I mean, I don't really remember all the details, but I'm pretty sure that at the time I was pretty proud of it.
I have made it in when I'm kindergarten before.
oh
Wow, great job, Kingston. How about Chen Guanwei? How about Chen Guanwei? Have you ever made anything for Christmas? Chen Guanwei.
I never to do it.
mm.
Okay, good.
But
All right.
To give some
Will you try?
yeah
maybe I will.
Yeah, good.
interesting.
Very good.
It seems difficult.
So
Yes, it does. To
actually, it's not hard. It yeah. Sorry, Victor. Sorry.
no, that's okay. So to give some general history and background of it, tradition of decorating gingerbread houses began in like Germany in the early 1800s when it was popularized by the fairy tale of the Hansel and Gretel that was published in 1812. Does anyone know the ever heard of the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel? Sean, are you here?
My dogs are actually named Hansel and Gretel as well.
Oh wow, that is
Really?
amazing! Wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mm. Any,
I had a Hansel and Gretel. Was that the one where they dropped the gingerbread on the floor so they could find each other?
they dropped some bread on the floor so that way then they can come back home. But yeah, it's a story of if you people don't know, it's a story of like two boy and a girl, a brother and sister who run away from home, and then the brother first starts dropping rocks, but once he doesn't have any, he drops breadcrumbs. But animals come and eat those, and then they find a giant house made of gingerbread, and then they start eating it because they're kids, and why wouldn't you want to eat a big piece of candy in the middle of the woods?
It's
But
like
then
it's
some
like it's
witches,
like basically a life-size gingerbread house. Why wouldn't you eat it?
yes, but then a witch was just living in there, got them because it was actually her trap, and then the story goes on to have the brother and sister try to fight the witch from eating them and such. But yeah, another thing is decorating your house, which a lot of people love to do, which is decorating outside their house with amazing lights, inflatables, statues, and much more, as you can see right here. Amazing lights, amazing display. But also inside, people like to decorate with Christmas trees, stockings, ribbons, candles, snow globes, and much more, with a lot of very amazing things. Have you guys ever decorated for Christmas? Uh, Kimmy, are you here?
Hi.
Have you ever decorated for Christmas?
Not actually. It's very tiring, and you need a lot of money.
Mm. Do you decorate
Yeah.
any? Do you decorate houses for any holidays?
Nope.
Mm.
Oh, but only Chinese New Year, cause my mom works at a lottery shop, and we need customers for
Mm.
Chinese New Year.
Mm.
Mhm.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. To give some history around this, uh, decorating Christmas, your house during Christmas dates back to like the 17th century when people in Germany would decorate their houses with candles, and they would actually attach candles to their Christmas tree branches with pins and melted wax, and they would also use it to display other people that their house was actually a place for Christians to that they were welcome to their house. But then during the 1880s, Thomas Jefferson he introduced the first outdoor electrical Christmas lights to which he displayed to the world outside of his laboratory. Then later, Edward Johnson, who was inventor under Thomas Edison, he created the first um, string of Christmas lights, which were 80 small electrical bulbs attached to a very long string of wire, which was pretty amazing. The people liked it so much that a lot of people used it to decorate the trees instead of candles, but not everyone was able to do so because not everyone had the money to do it. So it was only really for people who were very wealthy to be able to do so. But then on that, decorating your Christmas tree with candles doesn't really also sound like a really good idea with how flammable they are. So it happened a lot where people's trees would catch on fire because they left their candles on their tree lit for too long, which a lot of people would just leave for a few minutes and then blow off because they didn't want to have it burn up. But that also still happens today with people putting too many Christmas lights in their houses where they create a electrical surge, and everything just catches on fire. So it's still a problem today as it was many years ago, which is pretty saddening. Secondly, there's playing in the snow, where people love playing building snowmen, making snow angels, having snowball fights, building igloos, much more in the snow. They also enjoy skiing, snowboarding, sledding, ice skating, and even more. Have um have any of you guys ever went played in the snow? Maybe went out of the country to go play in the snow, traveled out. Has anyone ever done that?
I think I have on a few occasions.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever been skiing before, but I think I have gone sledding, and I also used to do ice skating.
Hmm, very, very interesting. Hank, are you here? Hank? Yes. Not. Have you caught on to Eric Chen? Are you here?
Oh, yes.
Oh wait. Oh, Hank. Hi. Have you ever played in the snow,
Yeah, I have
Hank?
went skiing in Japan before.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, yeah. Wow. How was it
It
while
was
skiing?
actually pretty fun.
Mm, very interesting. Jessica, are you here?
Yeah,
Have you ever played in the snow?
yeah. Last time I went to America, I did.
Very interesting. Another thing is, the stereotypical, waiting for Santa, where, people leaving out cookies and milk and also maybe, carrots for the reindeers when they're waiting for Santa. And lots of kids, they try to stay up and camp all night to try to, see Santa. But, a lot of kids, they don't have, that much energy. So they, fall asleep before they see it, which is quite saddening. And there's also
And
something very interesting.
there's the song that at one point it goes like, "He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're
Yes.
awake."
Yeah. So, he knows when you're awake, so he doesn't come when you're awake. He only comes when you're sleeping. So that's, very Interesting. In America, we have something very interesting called the NORAD Santa Tracker, where the U.S. government has imaging for knowing where he lives, where he's going, so you can see when he's going to come to your house, which is quite interesting use of our tax dollars. This is. Have any guys ever waited for Santa?
My brother tried to wait for him,
Mm.
and yeah, Santa didn't come last year, so I told my brother because we we have him for dinner last year's Christmas, so he didn't come this year.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Very funny story. Another thing that a lot of people do is gather with family. Having your family visit and come and eat great foods and be grateful for each other, which is very similar to another American holiday of Thanksgiving. Some stereotypical foods of Christmas are like ham, mashed potatoes, turkey, prime ribs, and Brussels sprouts, much more. You guys have any stereotypical foods that you guys eat during your guys' holidays, or have you guys ever celebrated Christmas? Also, maybe. Hmm? Moon Win. Are you here?
That would be my mom.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Mom, do you want to answer
Okay.
anyway? She does not want to answer.
Okay, Sally. Have you called on to you yet? Are you here, Sally? Hello? Okay. Uh, Chris, are you here?
Yes.
Do you guys have any foods you guys like to eat during your guys' holidays?
Um, no. We just eat like normal food during a holiday.
Not like dumplings, stuff like that. Anything culturally significant? No.
We will eat BBQ in the Moon Festival, and it's because advertisement.
Yeah, that's interesting. I heard you guys eat dumplings during I think the Lunar New Year or something. Is that correct, Leo? That I heard that, and it was because they kind of look like golden nuggets. Am I remembering that correctly,
Yeah.
Shin? Yeah.
Yeah. My family is from China, the northern part of China. So we eat dumpling during the New Year to the shape like a golden nugget. So it's for lucky symbol. I don't know whether you do that. Anybody, your family do that? 你们吃饺子吗？在过年的时候，anyone？陈静婷。Okay, I tell you, my dad even do a crazy thing. It take a lot of work. Well, we have to sanitize the coins. Okay, we have to wash very clean, and he will put something into it. And if you eat the coin, he give you a bill, bigger money. So for that, so I think he encourage us to eat more. So if you eat more, you got more chance to get a small coin right there. But you also need to be eat very carefully.
Yes,
So,
yes. You don't want to choke
so
on
any
a
of
coin.
you do, yeah, a coin, yeah.
Mm.
Anybody, you eat anything?
In
Anyone?
Taiwan, we at the Dragon Boat Festival, we eat the rice dumpling.
Mm. What
Yeah.
what's filled in the rice tumbling?
It's
Or any?
just rice and some meat and
Mm.
eggs. Yeah.
Interesting. I've also heard about noodles of longevity, where you guys eat, very long noodles, and to indicate, a long and prosperous, and successful life. You guys ever done that?
Yeah. You do that too?
Anyone? You can say in chat, or you
Um,
can.
陈玉林，你可以告诉我们 what you eat a New Year? What your New Year day will your family eat? 玉林
My family and I eat big meal in New Year.
Eat big meal, huh? Okay. So everybody must talk, please. So turn on your camera and we just try to make you talk, okay? All
Okay.
right, sorry. So continue,
Okay.
Victor.
Another thing is we like to exchange gifts and do other fun activities like the ones I said before, such playing in the snow, building gingerbread houses, and decorating your house for the holidays. Do you guys have any activities you guys like to do during your guys' holidays, like Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year? Maybe like doing the watching firecrackers, or seeing the dragon dance. Have you guys ever seen dragon dance or went to go see firecrackers? Uh, Hank, are you here? Hank, are you here? You can say in chat, or
Hello,
you can
Hank.
just unmute. Yes. Have you
Hank,
ever?
you're here. Yeah.
Have you ever? Have you ever went to go see the dragon dance or firecrackers, or are there any other activities that you've done during your guys' holidays?
They are
Hank, you can
dragon
say it
boat
or you can
race.
type it.
Dragon boat race.
Good.
Interesting. How are those? What are those like? What are the dragon boat races like?
On the Dragon Ball festival, but I haven't seen it before because they are too crowded.
Yes. Nathan, are you here? Nathan, are you here? Nope. Okay, I'll choose someone else.
I can say something about the fireworks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Free feel to share.
Penghu is an island at West Taiwan. Yeah, it's an island, and we have a Penghu fireworks festival. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Anyone else have anything they like to share about what they do during your guys' holidays? Or maybe any other questions you guys have about Christmas, or just feel free to share, or say in the chat.
Okay, so if nobody has any more questions, does anyone have any more questions? Going once? Going twice? Bueller? Going twice? Okay, so you could, Victor, you could pass it over to another topic and just another person.
Yes. Who's next? I
We
think
have
it-
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yes. Can I pass it on to Phoenix?
Phoenix.